3, testing 1, 2, 3, making sure I'm live. Real quick before I continue onward, let me give you a second. Live. Okay, my audio is good. Alright. How's everybody doing? Anybody who's up at 3:26 in the morning, my time, that is. I know I was gonna do, what was it, Cassie and Frank Stone, but I just want to do something simple, for the time being. So, that stream was wild. That stream was wild. You know, for those of you who do not know, there was a stream about, I think, was it Sloppy? Yeah, Sloppy, on Sloppy's channel. And that was a wild stream. Like, I guess the one thing I'll say is that, you know, a lot of things were proven in said stream. You know, I just, oh fuck, just trying to survive to get that checkpoint. There we go. Ah, yes, there we go. But yeah, basically, yeah, like everything that I was said about them. Ah, fuck. Oh well. Everything I said and all that about them, 100% true. Like, you know, it was even getting bad to the point where even people were fucking, wait, how'd I was turning. What the fuck? Okay, I guess I needed to fucking do that. But yeah, everything I said about them was true, you know. And the argument was pretty, what the fuck? Yeah, you're gonna see me crash out playing this, I guess. You're gonna see me crash out on the main thing, you know, but yeah, it was something that I was, like I said, it was something that I'm not surprised, and there was a lot of contradictions, deflections, and all that. No, I guess what's the best way to describe it? No acknowledgement of mistakes and shit. So that really didn't surprise me, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. You know, I don't owe any of these people any explanation as to this, that, and the third, and all that. And again, like I said, like these people have idiots around them that will spread misinformation, do that, do this, and all that stuff. And it's just, it's something that shouldn't be a surprise. And again, like, people were starting to see. That's how you know you have handled a situation well, is when people were basically like, this is too far, and all that sort of shit. It was just like something where I'm gonna fall. Yeah, I'm gonna fall. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm just gonna go back to what I was doing. Anyway. But anyway. But yeah, even, like I said, people were like saying this is too far, this is too much, all this other stuff. And again, you know, it's also bad when like people have to get help left, right, and center to fucking fight your battle and shit. Again, I'm not surprised. Again, every time I've had, I guess you would say, issues with people, right? It's always, they always gotta get back up. Because half the time, I'm dealing with motherfuckers like left, right, center, all this other shit. And it's like, every time you were basically proving a point, saying, oh yeah, this is how this works, this is how this works. It was denial, lack of accountability, this, that, and the third. And like I said, that's why I say at this point, there's nothing else I could say. There is plenty of concrete stuff where, like, again, I'll say this for the record. Slobby and Zexio are not predator hunters. They don't give a fuck about the kids, you know. Because I'll be honest, like when I first befriended them, well, not befriended them, because again, I always had a suspicion that they were not going to be trustworthy. But I thought, okay, what they're doing is great. What they're doing is this, that, and the third. But like after seeing, like again, no arrests. Again, they kept denying you know, beating around the bush because they haven't brought anybody.
When I added blockification, well, who's laughing now?
They've not put anybody in jail. That's a fact. That is why they have to, you know, go after other people. Because, you know. But again, like Slobby needed 2 other guys to fight his battle. You know. Like even DH only went in there and to fucking what's the word I'm looking for? To basically criticize what he thought about the thing about the mother thing. Fuck. I got killed. Do I have to start all over again? Yep, I do. Son of a bitch. Oh well. Ah. But yeah, like I said, it was something that I wasn't like. It didn't surprise me, you know. I even went in there only because of the fact that I just kept hearing people talking shit, and I'm glad I went in there because, like I said, like it made them look awful. Look like the shit is saying. That's just because I called the thing Crash Bandicoot and all that. No, like how they handled the situation, that was not something I was surprised by. Like I get where ZTB was coming from, but again, I guess by using the pictures of my mother trying to saying I should be angry about that. But why be angry at something I'm expecting from these people? You know. And I've done the same thing, not to them. So by that logic, again, that's why I say, that's why if that was Slavic kids, and at this point I don't believe it. I don't believe anything that they say is true about anything. Like, I guess my point is regarding all that is that. Alright, give me a second. Okay. There we go. Come on, checkpoint. Ah.
Ooh, bouncy.
There we go. There's a checkpoint for ya. Alright, give me a second. Alright, almost there. Ah, shit. I guess that was my crash, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, like, in regards to everything, like I said, I was not surprised by it, and getting mad would have been giving them what they want. And why get mad at a bunch of guys that are just doing it to get Sharkville? I've done this time and time again. You know, so I am... This ain't anything, this ain't my first rodeo. Because, yeah, like think of it this way, right? I've done the same thing regarding whatever, right? So why do it when you know that you've done it too, so you can't get too mad about it, you know? And, yeah. But yeah, I think tonight proved more than anything that these guys don't... Ah, fucking hell. These, I like that, the thing. These guys don't give a fuck about kids. Again, you know, their credibility is being called out, and they're just treating it like a fucking joke when it comes to all that. Like, again, like, look at it this way. I'll put it to you like this. If they were parents, what kind of, and they could say the same thing about me, but again, going by that logic, I don't have mine, so therefore, you know, I'm not technically a parent by that logic. So, you know, by that logic, what kind of parent would tell their kids it's okay to break the law and all this other stuff? Again, as I've stated, do I believe that these fuckers should be this, that, and the third? Yeah, but I'm not a predator hunter and all this other stuff. But yeah, like I said, it was embarrassing on their end, and it was something that, again, is... They'll always have their people, you know. That's always gonna be the case.
Do good guys have...
Ah, fuck. My battery level is low. Let me see real quick. I need to figure out if I can hook it up somewhere so I can keep it going. Let me see. Can I charge it here? Is it gonna work? Ah, there we go. It is showing it's charging. There we go. Fuck. Oh, okay. Now I get what I need to do. The fuck? Did I get blown? I'm assuming I got blown up, so I need to not do that. I'm sucking at this right now. But yeah, like, in regards to everything at the end of the day, like, nothing, like, I'm okay. I appreciate everybody who has been, hit me up, you know, and all that, asking, make sure I was good and all this other stuff. And, you know who you are. Ah, fuck. And I appreciate you. So. So yeah, it's, like I said, I'm just glad that this was put to light and all this other stuff. Aww, so close, so close, so close. But yeah, like I said, I appreciate everybody for reaching out and hitting me up and all this other stuff. because yeah, it was like, you know, it is messed up, you know, because as I've always stated, like these. All right, come on, there we go.
On second thought, no volcano lair. I can feel my nostril hairs sizzling.
Alright, there we go. Now I just gotta wait for them to do their licky shit and then go from there. How do I get by? Ah. Ah, there we go.
Haven't seen mushrooms that big since I left the Gigantizotron running overnight.
Oh, I got killed. That sucks. Fuck. It's always that little the acid fucker. But yeah, no, I just wanted to, like I said, just let y'all know I'm doing okay. You know, it was a wild stream. That's usually how it is with these things. And it's not anything I've dealt with, like, you know, anything I haven't dealt with before. It's just crazy to me, like, you know, you really can't, you know, that's one of the reasons why I fucking, alright, there we go. Fuck, I think I... There we go. There we go, okay. So I got to the end. But yeah, it was crazy though, watching like the deflection, just everything that you could think of in regards to fucking ways of trying to defend one's case and saying, "Oh no, this ain't that." Like again, when like it was crazy to me. I was like showing the fucking about the reverse imaging. You know, they're saying, "Oh, we don't dox. The reverse imaging ain't dox." I'm like, "Well, yeah, it is." You know. And all this other shit. It's just like, again, it's like they, and you want to know how, like, again, how unserious, like, I take them. Like, if they were that good at contacting people and telling them, hey, you know, again, like I said, I'm only bringing it up because just to call it the hypocrisy. But for me, like, damn. Oh, shit. I was close to that fucking... Fuck. But like, I guess the other thing I could say regarding that is that, you know, with the Arthur thing, right? Like, oh shit again, motherfucker. I guess those would be my crash outs. I'm just gonna, oh fuck. And I am just gonna go straight for it. Or at least try to. At least try to. Okay, that was my fault. But yeah, as I was saying, like, you know, as much as I like despise Arthur, and by the way, I had a funny ass thing with Arthur earlier tonight. I was I fucking got him to fucking give me a second. There we go. Thank God. Alright. What? Oh, I get it. I get it. Okay. Okay. Let me focus on this real quick. Damn. Okay. Alright. Alright, let's see. Alright, give me a second. There we go. Oh no. Again, I'm facing the T-Rex again. Ah, shit. Come on. There we go. Alright. Fucking hell, man. Oh, shit. Alright. Alright. Oh, shit. This is actually kind of fun. Fucking hell. Oh, what the fuck? That's some bull. Alright. Oh, shit. Okay, let me try that again. Damn it! Like, I'm trying to fucking... Okay, so let me try... Okay, so... Alright. Another checkpoint. There we go. God damn. Ups and downs. What trophy is that? Ah, okay, cool. Anyway. I think after this I'll be going to bed. And all this I'm just gonna finish up my conversation. And after that we will go with it at another time. But yeah, no, I guess to round everything out, I appreciate everybody for hitting me up and making sure I'm good and all this other stuff. I'm good. Again, this is stuff I've dealt with for years. It's nothing new, you know. Again, I don't owe any of these guys an explanation or anything. Like, who are they to fucking judge? Who are they? You know, it's already been disproven how, like amateurs they are in terms of what they do, you know. So it's not something that I the main reason why I went into, well, again, people I was hearing oh yeah, Sloppy's talking a lot of shit and all this other stuff. So at that point I was just like, okay, well, I came to him, or he came to me, so I'll come to him this one last time. And everything that I basically showed, or everything I've said about them and everything I showed is correct. You know? And I do truly believe that they're the reasons why a lot of these predators are never gonna go away, never gonna go to jail, because they mishandle everything they do. But they could think they don't, and that's totally fine. But at this point, they're more hurting the kids than helping them. And all that. It's like every time I gave them a hard-hitting question, they would deflect back to me because they didn't want to answer. Because again, they want to look, I guess, I wouldn't say the term squeaky clean is the best way to describe it, but they wanted to seem like they were the bigger people. And, you know, it was proven tonight that they aren't. Again, I know they're gonna have their people that support what they do, and that's fine. I'm not gonna criticize you for doing that. But again, when a year passes and people like DD or John Davis or anything like that keep getting kids and keep doing this and keep doing that, they fail. At the end of the day, they can say I failed as a father. They could say I failed at this. They could say I failed at that. It's all fine and dandy. But at the end of the day, they failed at protecting kids. That ain't my job. That's apparently their hobby or job, and they fail. They fail at every single time. That's why I said, leave it to the professionals and not leave it to a bunch of amateurs. So it's just it is what it is. It was just it was even funny when they were, I guess when even when they were calling, I was and this is how non-loyal they really are. This is how you know that all of them are they don't care about the kids, they don't care about each other. Because when they were caught, one of them was caught out in a lie, they tried to deflect blame onto the other guy. And it's like again, I guess the best way I could say is that this is how you know, like, the biggest reason why they're amateurs is because actual people who actually give a fuck don't act the way they do. Like, I guess you would say standard cop or standard lawyer. Do you honestly think they're going to go up to a judge and be all, like, when they're confronted with a lie, they're going to not be nonchalant and laugh and all that? That's how cases get thrown out, or cases get dropped, or charges get dropped and all this other stuff when you don't take it seriously. They don't take anything seriously. They say there's so much more that we don't know. Okay. Well, at this point, nothing about any of them are legitimate. So, again, like, if this video, like, okay, for example, right? Okay, I'll use this term, right? If let's say Sloppy and Zexio put me to trial for fucking, or like I was being sent to court, and they were like the plaintiffs and I was the defendant and all that, and they used that video, the video that happened on Sloppy's channel earlier, all the fucking, like, mixing words and miswording things from them would basically laugh them out of the courthouse. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can respect what they do, but anybody who takes them seriously are fucking laughing stocks. As I've stated, who in the fuck takes information by Eric Melendez? That's basically what I gotta say. And I told them to their faces. I told them everything of how I felt. And again, it was so fun. Because again, what was it with Sloppy and all that, saying, oh, we never go low on people, unless they're Preds and all that sort of stuff, and then they're going low left, right, and center, and I'm just like, what the fuck? They're contradiction after contradiction. Like, it's just a thing, and that's why I say, at this point, I can sit here, hang my head held high, hang my hat up, you know, right off into the, I guess you would say, verbal sunset and all this other bullshit. And at that point, ooh, somebody's getting arrested, or maybe a distress call or something. No, it ain't me. I was like, what's flashing? One thing I like about my place is we don't get too many like cop things like back in the day and all that stuff. But like I said, like, do I really give a fuck that they said this, they said that? No. It's just, I guess, calling out the hypocrisy of it all. But again, you can't fix stupid. Again, is, like, are Sloppy and or Zexio ever gonna do anything about it? Really? No. No. Like, they're more interested in fighting Arthur. Like, you know, physically going and fighting him. Like, I know, like, some people were asking me, hey, if you go to Vegas, get married, will you fight Arthur or confront Arthur? No. Not even as a side quest. I don't get, like, I can give two fucks about Arthur. He is content farm to me. That is all he is. In the grand scheme of things, I really don't give a fuck about any of this. Because nothing is being done, and it is not my problem. It is not my responsibility. It is not my problem. I am no lawman. I am no attorney. I am not this. I am not that. It is not my responsibility, nor is it my care. You know. And I don't care to go and fight Arthur Woodson or do whatever because, well, it would go down pretty badly for him. You know, why do I need to Or who knows? He could do a good swing and knock my ass out. Who knows? Who knows? Or he could just make me pass out through the stench. I don't know. But at the end of the day, like, you know, anybody saying, "Oh, well, I'm like, nah." I wouldn't, like, there's been so many things I've had to be because of these idiots online, and nobody has done a damn thing. So you could say, "Oh yeah, I live here, I live there." Nobody's like, again, I've been around the block long enough. The only knock on my door has been from a polite pizza man. Other than that, I've had no fucking bullshit from anybody. Nobody, like, has the balls to do anything. And it's not me inviting people to come do anything. It's just stating a fact. So outside of that, it's like again, if this is what, like, again, that stream will be a perfect, I guess, explanation as to who they really are. Because if anybody were to go into a court of law and all that, and they use, let's say, that video with somebody, let's say it's someone else and not me, right? And they put that in there, they will be laughed out of the courtroom. So it's just, to me, it's sad. It really is sad, you know. You know, I guess in the grand scheme of things, I proved my point when it came to them. You know. And, you know, people could say who won, who... At the end of the day, it doesn't matter who won. Because it's a fucking verbal argument on YouTube. But, if you want to be technical, basically everything I said about them were 100% true. Everything that they showcase on that stream was what I've said. Same thing with Kevin. Kevin, like, you can't fix stupid. Like, ZTB even confirmed in the fucking what do you call it? In the chat about him being in a group home or something. Like, how he gets assisted living, this, that, and the third. He's in assisted living. So, you know, he, like, you know, it's stuff like that that really just makes me, or really just points it out to me, right? You can't fix stupid. Like, again, that's why I kept saying dance, puppet, dance, because every time I was trying to say something, he would interrupt with some dumb remark. You know, like, it's funny to me, but it's okay, because we have a more entertaining Kevin on the Hangman Outcast with AI Kevin, who's shacking it up with Arthur right now, so it's all good. You know, that type of shit, it's funny to me, right? But, like, I guess a word to advise about anything. Anybody who may become familiar with Sloppy or Zexio is that, like, don't be fooled like I was at one point. Thought they were actually trying to do good, because they're not. Because as I've stated multiple times, how many arrests have they made? Zip. They have stuck. Zip. Again, you know, it's things like that. I'm not saying I am the morally superior one. I'm not. Again, I guess, and like I said, going back to what ZTB said in the stream, and again, I have no ill will towards him, but I do love my mother. But you know, my mother would be the same way as I am. They would be probably flattered at the fact that they're that desperate to try to doing that stuff. Again, my mom's a tough woman. You know, it's something that, you know, because I'll tell you all a story real quick before I head out. When I was younger, right? I was like probably a teenager or something. Got into a fight with this one kid. He was doing the old yo mama thing, like go or it's up to your mother type shit, right? And I went to my mom and I was upset about it, right? And my mom's response when I said, "Oh yeah, this punk ass kid said he hooked up with you or something," and my mom's response was, "Well, was I any good?" And I looked at her and said, "You're not mad?" And she's like, "No." So I was like, "Well, why should I be?" You know, because, you know, I still get to see her. I still get to, and, you know, to people who have lost their family, I've lost family, you know. It's like I saw the video, I guess, who was it, fucking Lolly Boy said, or where he talked about that nobody's ever experienced burying their family members. I'm like, oh yeah, I've experienced it more times than I like to share. But again, I guess contrary to what Slavic believes, I don't talk about every bit of detail ongoing. I'll talk about a lot. I'm an open book, but there are certain things I do like to keep private, like the stuff with my daughter. Like currently, I keep like who needs to know. If anybody I tell, it's anybody behind the scenes, and it's people that I trust. Even if we have a falling out, I never have to worry about them saying anything out in the open. That's just how it is. You can be open and have certain things private as well. I think that's what some people don't understand. Everybody's so afraid of being open, being themselves, what have you. Don't get me wrong, I'm an entertainer. I like to entertain, and I like to make people laugh and all that sort of stuff. But at the end of the day, it is something that I like to have remnants of myself. Because I am an asshole. I am an asshole. I am a dick. I am a morally gray individual. I have never sat here and said that that I'm a full-on 100% fucking stand-up guy. You know. I'm good to the people that matter. I guess that's the best way I could describe it. I'm good to the people that matter. But to the people that don't matter, I can give two fucks about them. Like I said, am I bothered by what two faceless people say about me? No. Again, it was amusing just seeing how upsetty spaghetti they were being. They were trying to find everything to win their argument, and they were failing miserably. I'm not going to sit here and say I buried them, or I did this, I did that, but it was something that the people that matter, the people that will give their opinions, will give criticisms, that will be fair, those are the people that I care about. Care about that situation. Because they'll tell me, hey, you know, you didn't handle yourself in the best way in that stream or whatever. And then there are other people, like, you know, and all that. There'll be people who will be fair like that. And when you get those people saying that you went in and you handled business and you did what you needed to do, and basically they looked like complete and utter idiots, that's all I care about. They could be in their little world and think to themselves that they won, they did this, they did that. If they really, at the end of the day, if winning a internet argument is going to be the highlight of the day, which it probably will be. Again, half these guys are on the internet 24/7. You know, they just fucking like what do you call it? But that's why I said, like, you know, they will have, like, some of these people have no problem doing it on their stuff, but then when it's another person's, they're scared. And that was proven before. And I commend like DH for going in not only to Zexio's stream, but going into that thing and, you know, being fair. Like, you know, I'm not like him saying or basically being fair. I don't have an issue with that. Because he's not fucking contradicting himself. He's not fucking making himself look like an ass. You know, and this is not me again, DH and I have had a long fucking history. But, you know, I have come to respect him. I have come to, you know, I'm not like fucking, who was it, Daniel, who fucking was up his ass every 5 seconds, you know. And, you know, I guess that's the thing that some people don't fully understand, is that, like, you know, I may try to play one more. See if it's difficult or not. You got a new planet. Ooh, a futuristic one. Hell yeah. But yeah. But yeah, no, it's something that, you know, I'm gonna go to bed, or I'm gonna shower, I'm gonna go to bed, and then I'm going to fucking, we're gonna talk about Mallrats tomorrow for the popcorn panel. It's gonna be a great day. Ah, yeah, I remember this one. I like this one. Ah, fucking hell. I know, like, some people are probably gonna be like, when they hear Crasher, they're gonna think I'm gonna fucking lose my shit and rant and rave and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, like I said, I guess the best way I could describe it is like, fuck. I guess that's the only thing you'll see me crash out at, is fucking dying in the game. But, like, I'll put it to you this way. I'll put it to you this way, guys. Oh, shit. Damn it, I got to start all over again. I'll put it to you this way. I will go to sleep hanging with my head held high, knowing that at the end of the day, they can say this, they can say that, but at least I know that, you know, I guess the best way I could describe it is I did not fail at the job I did. Come on. Oh! Do I have to start all over again? Oh, no, I don't. Okay. I couldn't remember if I did a checkpoint or not. Okay, that was my fault. I jumped too soon. But anyway, going back to it, right? I know at the end of the day The only thing I'm failing as is, you know, I'm fucking failing big time, but, you know. At the end of the day, I'll be going to bed with the woman I love, and also knowing that I've got, shit, that, and you can say I'm many things and all that, but what you cannot say is I don't speak my mind, I don't call it out how it is. You know, and those people will just think whatever, but they fail at being pred hunters. You know, they fail at putting predators away, and they fail at protecting the kids. So you know what? They can say whatever, but ooh, oh yeah. Fuck. Oh. So I guess the best way I could describe it is that
Tractor beam enabled.
I was like, what? Ah, shit. Okay, that was my fault. But yeah, like in the grand scheme of things, you know, I can be okay knowing that, you know, they fail at what they do. So, you know, it's really something where, and again, it's unfortunate. I'm not going to sit here and say it's fucking right or wrong and all sort of stuff, but, you know, again, when you have amateurs do it, you know, you're not really, and who don't really give a fuck about the kids and shit, that's the price you pay. Oh, fuck. That start. Ah, shit. So, yeah. I will be okay. It's nothing I haven't dealt with before. Oh, shit. Damn it. Alright. Yeah, if there's one, we're gonna call it that, guys. Fucking hell, man. Fucking guy. Oh shit! Alright. Let's try this again. Damn it, I wanted to get that other one, but I'm just gonna fucking... Oh, good. At least they gave me a fucking... Oh, shit. Damn it. Okay, I did it too soon. 20 times. Yeah. Okay, that one was, yeah. The only thing I'm failing at is fucking getting a good score on this game. That's literally the only thing I am failing at right now. But hey, you know what? It's okay. At least I'm not, fuck. At least I am not failing the kids. Shit. You know. Fuck. Shit. Alright, come on. There we go. Checkpoint again, bitches. Ah, fuck. Alright. Another pole. This will be the end, I think. Yep. Oh! Damn it! I gotta do this all over again. What the fuck? Alright. Oh shit, that was fun. But yeah. Anyway guys, I'm gonna end it here. I just wanted to come on here because I know some people that do watch that I was actually live for longer than I thought. Fuck. But yeah, some people that are live on or that watch my content do watch Sloppies and all that good stuff. So I just want to again, I have heard a lot worse from a lot tougher. So at the end of the day, against, I guess for anybody who ever interacts with them, just know that all they rely on is scare tactics. That's all they fucking rely on. Other than that, that's all they are. They're not tough. I guarantee you, if you actually saw what they look like, I'm sure they are. Here's a good example. You always know, like, those movies or those TV shows where, like, you're in a virtual world, right? And, like, you could be whatever you want to be, right? You could be whatever you want to be. But then when you see them in real life, they're like these frail, nerdy-looking guys. That is what they are. They talk tough behind a keyboard because they will never be able to do anything. That's why, again, they use the veil of being for the children, when in actuality they don't give a fuck about anybody except fame, glory, what have you, all this other stuff, or admiration, whatever the fuck. Which, again, you know, hey, you know what? We're all here for clicks and views, right? So, you know, never take what they say too seriously. Never, like, at this point, is it really our place to say this or that about people? And I'm talking like this type of shit. like again, like, people falsely accuse all this other stuff all the time with no evidence and all that. Again, I've seen it firsthand with some of these people where I've seen them doing this creepy ass shit, this predatory shit, and all this other stuff. So I've been able, but again, like, that is, like, at the end of the day, that is if they are not getting caught, if they're getting away with it, well, you know, you can mock, do whatever, but I'll end it to you this way. If they really gave a shit about the kids and about protecting kids, then why have they been spending the last week feuding with the likes of me and DH? I'll tell you why. Because they really don't give it. Like, they realize that they're getting bored and they need the next new thing. It's like when I think Sloppy was saying something about, oh, the viewership went down. Oh no, like, the viewership went up periods of time during that stream when I was in there. So, like, they're welcome for the rub. That's the last time I'm going to give them the rub. Because, well, they ain't nothing else I could do. Nothing else I could do. The oldest saying in the book is, you cannot fix stupid. You cannot fix stupid. And that's how it is. So, I guess you know, this whole, like, Sloppy Zexio versus whether it be me, DH, or whoever, Saga. We've all had our videos, we've all said our pieces. I guess you can consider this the final video and checkmate in this whole thing. Because I'm still going to be here. I'm still going to be doing what I'm doing. And they're going to still be failing at putting predators away. Or doing anything to get them away from kids. So, you know what? At the end of the day, knowing that they are failing at their job, which is horrible. I want that to be clear. It is horrible that they are, because again, well, at this point, who gives a fuck what they have to say? It's horrible, but that's what happens when you have amateurs and kids do grown-up business. So at the end of the day, they're going to know that they failed. They will fail their fucking their fucking viewers. They're gonna fail the kids. They're gonna fail their, you know, their fake kids, whatever. And at the end of the day, it's you know, it's gonna be at least somewhat poetic. So if you see a kid in danger, here's what you'll do. You contact the local authorities, or you contact the police, contact whoever, file a report, have them do an investigation, and then see what happens after that. That's the right thing to do. None of this trying to act like you're the police and all that sort of stuff. So if you know of someone who is potentially being groomed, you go to the authorities. That's how it's done, and that's how it should be done. Because people like that are reason why predators are still roaming around. So, you know, but again, my opinion doesn't matter, I guess. Well, it matters. Matters to a good amount of you, and I appreciate every single one of you. So with that being said, guys, I will bid you adieu. Don't know when I'm going to be back streaming. I may take a little break because I want to, like, I think July the 4th is coming up, and I got other things I got to do. Work is going to be starting to pick up again, so I'm going to be, because I had some free time recently due to, see, that's the other thing. I don't, like, I talk about what I do, like my profession, but that's really it. I don't say where I work at, who I work for, unless I'm no longer with the company, because usually if I leave a company or leave with someone, I don't really give two fucks about saying anything about it, because I have no intention of going back there. So, by the way, also, I did beat Resident Evil Requiem again, finally, actually. I beat it with using no blood, like the blood thing. So now I'm trying to be within 4 hours. I don't think I will be able to, but if I do, I'll let y'all know. I think Punk, he's a madman. How he was able to beat like platinum it that quickly is amazing to me. But you know, shout out to him, by the way. I heard he was at a Metallica concert recently. So, but yeah, so like work's gonna be picking back up again, so I'm gonna be pretty preoccupied for the most part, and all that. But you'll still see me on what do you call it? What's it called? Popcorn Pound. I forgot my own show. And then I'll still probably do some gaming stuff. Maybe I'll stream some GTA because the pre-orders will be going live soon. So probably another game I'll probably stream soon will be GTA 5 most likely. Yeah, I think that's about it. I really don't have much else to say. I'm glad for everybody who's been watching at this late, you know, and all that good stuff. And yeah, I'll be, like I said, I'll be back. Like right now, I think I'm just gonna stick with Gaming with the Devil right now because I do like just playing games and talking to y'all. Maybe sometimes having people come in and talk some shit or give some thoughts, give some opinions and shit. Yeah, I really appreciate everybody for supporting me and all this other stuff. You know, I am at least, I guess the best way I could describe it is I am glad through my many faults, you still appreciate what I do. You still appreciate me, and that's really all that matters. You're not some faceless account, or you're not the prophecy or whatever the fuck else. You're not like fake people. Like to the people that are, I guess you would say, to the people that really like are like that I'm close with. I appreciate you just as well. More than anything. You know, it's one thing that is hard to come by nowadays. and I appreciate the compliments, criticisms, what have you, and all that other good stuff. So, like I said, it's like I'm good with the people I have. I do not need to open up to any more. And if I need to call something out, I will if I feel necessary. Like I said, with these people, if they do the same shit, like I said, I will retract any statements or criticisms I've made once a predator has been put to jail by their hand, permanent, and they've served time, not just go to jail and stuff gets dropped. And so, until they do that, they're not nobodies. And it was fun calling them out, but it does get tiresome. Like by the end, I was just like, this ain't going nowhere. It's like arguing with children. It's not going anywhere. That's why I say people like. I guess I'll finish with this. I'm just lollygagging just to extend the time just a tad. But like people like Kevin, the internet's all he has. The internet's all he has. Like he's always gonna be alone. Like he has his internet friends, he has this, he has that, but he's always gonna be alone. And he's very bitter. He's very upset, he's very bitter. I used to be like him at one point in time. So I get it. But he's very bitter, and he unfortunately a lot of the stuff that he does is of his own doing. Like he doesn't choose to better himself. He doesn't choose to do this. He doesn't choose to do that. And again, 30 plus old or almost 40-year-old man acts like a fucking 12-year-old. I'll put it to you this way. Do you want to be like someone like me who, while I'm not the most perfect guy in the world, I am open and honest. I am blunt. I say what's on my mind. And sometimes my mouth gets me in trouble. I get that. Or would you want to be someone like Kevin, who discussing things with him is basically like fucking talking to a brick wall and will never better himself? It's like I said, I think some people thought that Kevin and I were friends at any point between here, like then and now. The funny thing is that I knew, the moment I think it was when I had an argument with somebody else, and I noticed that Kevin was trying to gang up. I knew eventually Kevin would not, I knew he was just faking it. He was just waiting for the excuse to attack. And again, I'm not surprised. I saw it coming. Because why would I ever be friends with someone like that? He has nothing to offer. He has nothing to offer. No insight. No intelligence. No real experiences. That's just nothing comes is good about being cool with somebody like that. That's why I said I know there was parts of him that I know he was kind of conflicted where he wanted. Because again, there was parts of him where I feel like he did try to be friends, but I can never be friends with someone like that. That's why, again, I always basically had the knife in my back ready to strike. Because, again, I don't deal with snakes. Because I always say this, if I don't like you, I don't fucking like you. I'm not going to sugarcoat it or anything like that. It's like, I guess, what is it, with Jordan. I will say this. I have been proud that he has been man enough to put our differences aside for the sake of our team regarding Marvel Rivals. I will give him that. Will we ever be friends again? Most likely not. I do not, and I do not want to be around people that bring me down or keep me down or hold me down. And someone like him is not good for me, you know. But we can be cordial. We don't need to be buddies. We don't need to be best friends. We don't need to be anything. We could be cordial for the sake of a team and for all that, because that's how teams work. Because again, I've played football. I know, like, not everybody in the team liked each other. Shit, I was public enemy number one when I first joined. So again, I'm used to this. I'm used to not being the guy who, I guess, being the guy who's one against all, you know. So, like I said, if you learn anything from what I've talked about tonight, be yourself. Don't be like, as long as you ain't doing anything wrong, as long as you ain't fucking doing anything nefarious. I'm talking like kid stuff or whatnot, murder or whatever, doxing, what have you. You know, don't just be yourself. Don't listen to what other people have to say. You know, as long, like, and all that. Like I said, half these motherfuckers that say the same shit doesn't faze me. You know, I'm used to it. I'm used to people using, whether it be my mother, my girl, or whoever else, to try to anything. Again, and I strongly say this, is that these like, they're jealous because they don't have what I have. I am happy. I have the woman of my dreams. I love her to death. I love my mother. You know, we get on each other's nerves, but that's just how it is. My mom and I are very similar in terms of our mindsets, and very stubborn, you know. So, you know, it's like I've got a great life. I've got a great life, and I have no intention of why even get bothered when I know, like, and this is condescending, this is egotistical, but it is fact. I'm better than half these motherfuckers. I'm living in a nice apartment. I'm like, you know, I'm with a woman who loves me for me. I've got great friends. You know, I've got family, what have you. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. I'm just glad that y'all are willing to indulge with me for the ride, you know. Yeah, outside of that, I will bid y'all adieu. I will be showering and going to bed and enjoying the rest of my night, or morning, I guess you could say. So I hope y'all do the same. And until then, I will see y'all next time. Ta-ta for now.